Hi folks, today I'm talking about the Moxon Vice. This is the one I built recently and I'm going to be telling you how I made it, talking about the hardware you can get for it and also showing you how to attach it to the bench and various ways of using it. So don't go away. So let's talk about the hardware you need for it. Well, you're definitely going to need a couple of hefty screws and some nuts, washers and some handles. Now the handles are usually either like a wing nut style like this. This is called a twin ball handle or a double ball handle. And you can also get things like hand wheels like this. There are lots of kits out there, some with hand wheels, some with things similar to this. You can actually get single lever nuts, so a nut just with one lever on it. The threaded rod you get in the kits tends to be something like this, 20 mil or maybe 5/8 of an inch, something like that. This is a metric thread I've got on this one, but Acme threads would seem to be the best choice for a vise. Although having tried this one out, I'm very pleased with how well the handles spin up and down on it. And you know, that's plenty good enough for me. The coarseness of the thread as well means it's quite fast, and I'm very happy that this is going to be strong enough for all the work I tend to use with it. If I just show you what goes on here, we've got the handle, then we've got a big washer, the hole which is elongated through the jaw, then on the back side I've recessed one nut here, and on the inside of the rear jaw there's another recessed nut, and they're locked together, which holds the screw from moving. Now, how do we attach it to the bench? Well, there are several ways. I'll show you three of them. The first is to put it between bench dogs. So put your bench dogs up, slide it in between, bring it over to the front of the bench, the rear jaw in line with the front of the bench. As with most things in the bench dogs, just give them a little tap, just so it holds a bit firmer. That's lovely. Operates fine on there. I don't think it's quite as rock solid in that format as it is clamped to the bench. And there are two ways of clamping it to the bench. First of all, if you've got a bench with holes in it for holdfast, then you could obviously hold it in with one of those. This bench doesn't have those holes, so I can't show you that, but that's one option. The other option, which I use here, is quick clamps. So again, you bring it to the edge of the bench, clamp on, clamp this end, and there we're ready to go. That really is rock solid. How do we clamp work in it? Well, I didn't know this before, but the idea is slacken off the jaw sufficiently for whatever you're putting in. Open it up, place whatever you want inside it, and I'll just show you the capacity I've got here. Obviously between the two threads, quite significant. Bring it along to one screw, tighten it down just very lightly, move the work into the centre of the jaw, push the jaw home a bit and then spin the other wheel. That locks it up rock solid. Now, as well as flat panels like this, the front jaw holes for the hardware have been elongated slightly so that one can open wider than the other, which means we can deal with tapered work. I'm currently working on some legs that are tapered, and what I'm going to do with that is well, I want to do some work on the edge of it, so I'll slide it in where I want to use it, like so. Tighten up this end, spin that end up, and it holds it really well. Now, there are other options to clamping it on the front of the bench. So there may be times when you want to clamp something in the middle of the bench. Well, the jaws are both aligned at the bottom, so it'll slide over the bench wherever you want it. It's heavy enough that for a lot of tasks you don't need to clamp it at all. I've actually designed this really for use on my other bench, which is slightly wider, but I can still use it here, sideways on, just clamping to the top of the rear jaw. That gives me the option of having work stick out towards me to work on the end of it. And it's also useful during glue ups and things like that. Also, you can put it over on its back. So put it on its back jaw. Slightly more difficult to put things in it because you have to lift the jaw up to get them in. I shall try and demonstrate. So like so. Again, you can clamp that onto the bench, either this way round or spin it the other way round. Like so. And you can work on the end of a piece of material. Finally, you might be doing a bit of veneering work, and so you can use it as a simple veneer press. You put your work in there when it's all lined up, drop the jaw on, and then apply as much pressure as you want. Well, maybe I've inspired you to build your own, who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching, see you next time, cheerio.